So there's a conversation around the World Cup that has been ongoing. And it's a fact that people say this World Cup is not giving the vibe that World Cup normally gives. Some are saying, oh, America is not letting people in. If you know you're not ready, why are you hosting the World? In fact, I saw this tweet from my senior Egbon on X, Buchi Laba. He made a tweet regarding this whole conversation. He said, if you know you are not going to open your doors and warmly welcome people from around the world to visit your country, then don't bid to host the World Cup. It's that simple. And this tweet was as a result of the Somali guy who was refused, the Somali referee that was refused. And then I quoted the tweet. Here is what I said. I said, let me play the devil's advocate here. Refusing an official referee or a verified player a visa is bad. However, to the general public though, in a world that all we have seen recently is war, hate, crimes, and heavy surge in immigration from people fleeing their countries. I beg, if you reach our turn, we can let everyone in, but it's their country. They have every right to refuse anyone if they want, especially for security reasons. And when I tweeted that stuff, it's generated a couple of comments. People, so obviously a lot in agreement, and some, I don't know. I don't even go into their reasons because to me, it just doesn't make sense. And I said it, I made it very clear. I said, so long as it's an official or a player. The reason I made that statement is because at least there is a record. Countries are responsible for these people, but the general public, do you guys know how many countries that don't like America? Do you know how many countries who are trying to change that whole power toss from America being the strongest country in the world? Do you know how much people we do to make sure that there's going to be all kinds of sadness in America? Do you guys know? See, let me tell you guys one truth. You think because of the World Cup, America will just close their hands and be like, oh, everybody please come into our beautiful country. We are hosting the World Cup. No, America is a country that cares about their people. Let me tell you one truth. If I was Donald Trump and Nigeria made it to the World Cup, no Nigerian is getting a visa to America. Yes, come and kill me. None! Go and fix your country. There are kids missing. Their teachers have been killed. Yes. You think America don't see these things? You think they don't know countries where people are tired of their country? You think because of the World Cup, they're just going to be like, voila, everybody come in, come and watch football. So that after watching football, you can just go and disappear somewhere in the country. America, these are countries that work. They don't care. You think they randomly refused the Somali ref just like that? No. Mind you, it wasn't him. It wasn't the ref. Go and listen to what he even said. The ref. It wasn't even about him. It's about the country he's representing. Yes. This is how much your country can affect you. Do you know how many Nigerians